Up, up. Sit. What's happening? Right, so I've not done a video in ages. It's a combination of forgetting to do videos and just sort of being out the flow of it, and partially having a career in education, which means that you have to be careful about what you put out online or into the public for people to see. My name is Jake. I've had this YouTube channel for nearly 5 years. Life has changed a lot. I remember when I started the channel, I was second year university student. I wanted to go travelling after I had finished university. I was going to do a gap year travel, do my PGCE, and then I was going to teach somewhere. I think I was going to teach PE in China, or I was going to go to the Middle East. Looking at what the world's like, bloody hell. Looking like what the world's like now, it's probably a good thing I didn't do that. So, yeah, I've had a partner for 2 years. I have a house. I have a dog. So yeah, life's changed quite a bit. I think definitely since I qualified as a teacher, and then I stopped doing videos after my travel ones, I think I sort of just floated into the background, and those who were watching these videos don't really know what I've been doing or what I do. So I live in a small town called Wetherby in West Yorkshire. I qualified as a teacher 2 years ago, and I'm currently been done 4 terms of my early career teaching. So I've got 2 more to do, and then I'm boxed off as a proper teacher, because you have to do a 2-year. Once you qualify, you've got to do a 2-year scheme where it's sort of like a traineeship, sort of mentorship program to sort of keep teachers in teaching, because like teacher retention generally is quite bad, which is quite funny because for PE teachers, people tend to not leave their jobs. I say I'm in my second teaching job, but I'm in a fixed term job. Well, I'm in my second fixed term job. So I'll see out this academic year, and then I might be jobless again if I cannot secure a position between now and September. So that's brilliant. 3 years, uni. 1 year, training, PGCE. 2 years post-qualified, and I still haven't got a permanent job. Not to deter anyone that wants to go into PE teaching, but I would consider other options. I think for me, if I struggle to get a PE job, there's either go on supply, which isn't good, because like I might be getting 200 quid a day, but I might not get consistent work. I could go into primary school teaching. They're always crying out for male primary school teachers, but then again, I wouldn't be teaching PE. I would be teaching like phonics, numeracy, bit of science. Or I could do SEND, which is special educational needs teaching. I feel like I would enjoy that quite a lot, because like some of my favourite classes I have taught as a teacher so far have been like my high SEND and additional needs groups, which brings a lot of fulfilment. Like working with some of the pupils in school brings out, well, I don't know, it just makes me enjoy my job more. Right, so what's happened? I moved to Wetherby. I moved in with my partner. She bought a house. I say she, not we. Not my house, my home. Just over a year ago now. So I would probably say about 14, we're nearly in April, 13, 14 months ago. And it's been nice. Just settling into a new area in the middle of Yorkshire, a nice market town. And then just sort of working, saving. Get out my overdraft after my PGCE, which has been good. I'm a few £100 short, and then I've hit 5 figures, which is a monumental achievement, because on my PGCE towards the end, I was like minus 3,000, minus 3,500 in student accommodation, which sort of lines up when I met my partner, which is quite funny, because now I'm able to put away about a third of my wage, maybe slightly just less than a third of my wage a month. It just goes towards living a comfy lifestyle, saving up long term, getting a house / bigger house one day, you know, family home and all that. Stop barking. I get to walk this man once or twice a day, which is definitely keeps my step count high. Roughly on average, I do about 19 or 20,000 steps a day, which is bloody ridiculous, because considering my old teaching jobs and before I had a dog, even though I do have to commute because I can't drive yet, which I'm learning. I've had about 20 driving lessons and I've got a test in May, so I'm hoping to pass that. Literally, my step count's gone up by like an extra 5 or 6,000 since before this living arrangement happened with this man. Very active in my job, which in my current PE job, I actually teach more theory than I do practical. Whereas at my last teaching job, all I taught was practical. So I've become quite competent with my practical PE teaching, but theory, I was a bit useless. So now, from a developmental point of view, it's just focusing on my theory and how I can go through the lessons and go through the scheme of work, marking a load of work, you know, giving feedback, giving scaffold for pupils, which, to be honest, it's been identified I'm quite a bit weaker at that than I am at my practical teaching, but my practical teaching's my get up and go. So I've lived in Wetherby, so like I said, just over a year. When I first signed up here, I had like no mates, didn't really know anyone, so I signed up for a cricket team. I played the 6 months of the cricket season last year, which was really good. I think we finished mid-table in the league, and the cricket season's going to start again next month. So I look forward to playing a few games. I think I played about 10 games last season, which was half of them. But I've been really engrossed in playing Saturday League football this year. So I joined a team called Kirkdeaton Rangers, I think last May, June. Started training with them, and then we've just been playing this season. Obviously, I'm not the best footballer in the world, so I play as a centre-back or a right-back for our reserves team, which is still a good standard, to be fair. I'd say I'm technically not one of the better players, but I think my size, strength and speed, sort of like my physical capabilities, makes up for it. So I'm like a fringe player. Sometimes start, sometimes on the bench. I don't mind that. That's really the only sport I do, to be honest, playing Saturday League footy, training once a week as well. The gym, seems every time I seem to mention the gym in a video, it sort of dives off a cliff, becomes far worse than it was months previous. I currently do not have a gym membership, and I have trained 4 times this year, and we are about to get into April. And I think I've trained once in 6 weeks, which is pretty terrible. But truth be told, it takes me over an hour to get to work in the morning when I leave my house at 6:30. By the time I get in of an evening, it takes another hour and a half to get home. It is about 6. I have to walk this man, and then usually I'm too tired when I've hit 20,000+ steps. So the gym, non-existent. But yeah, saving, playing football, looking to get back into the gym at some point soon. Could not tell you what my lifts are, but when I go into shoulder barges with people or challenges in football, I'm noticeably a lot weaker than I used to be, which is less than ideal. Hi. Yeah, that's sort of the update really. I live in my partner's house, our home. Been together just under 2 years, coming up to 2 years, which is monumental. Because I remember on this channel, I was like gonna stay single on my, gonna teach abroad. Tunnel vision with my career. I mean, 2 years into it, it's going all right. I've still got 2 terms of my ECT to do. Moving up the pay scale at work, which is good. It means I can afford a decent standard of living. But I just feel like I'm grinding all the time. Like I'm very fixated on my work, saving money, career, just trying to be the most efficient, putting loads of effort and maximise whatever I can. Like, part of me wanted to aim towards doing something called an NPQ, which is a national professional qualification, which I think after my ECT I can do, trying to jump ahead in my career. But I think I just need to take a bit of time, develop my teaching, and just try and get better at it first. Because, you know what, it's like my reviews, I have a review every term. My reviews have been going good, but then again, recently I think I've had a few knockbacks with some of the challenges with my teaching. And I'm a bit like, you know what, I need to try and improve these areas and try and get better at it, because I feel like if I am not the best I can be or giving my best, I feel like it's an injustice towards the kids. Like, nobody's perfect, but like I've noted on this channel before, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want to try and get things right. I give my all to stuff. I mean, my partner's been teaching 5 years now, and I have a look at the amount of work and stuff she has to do, and I'm like, oh, thank God I picked PE, because like she's got far much more to do. And with the horses and stuff like that, my output's like here, their output's like out the screen. But I think that's just the life we lead, innit? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video with me just ranting at the camera. I stumbled across some of my old videos from a couple of years ago when I was just like listening to him when I was walking home from work before. Just trying to think about how has my perspective changed over time, which, to be honest, it hasn't. I'm just very fixated. I'm doing well, doing myself proud, my family proud. I just love my life, and I just want it to get better. I feel like I need to go home more often and see my family and my friends, because at this point it's becoming like 3 times a year. And he's looking at me because he wants me to walk him. Bobo, should we go walkies? Walkies. Go on then. Let's go. Come on, walkies. Go on. That's my call anyway. I am not gonna edit these videos. I'm gonna just upload like this, and then it looks like I put something on YouTube. Anyway, see you in a bit.